Hey Capricorn, hi. This is Angie with Feisty Butterfly, and I thought that maybe things needed to be a little bit grounded in your world, a little more than perhaps they have been, a little bit more of alignment. So right now we're using the Celtic Tarot. This is your reading for the last week of February in 2021, and I pulled out this gorgeous chocolate calcite. It's just gorgeous. So I thought we'd presence that in your read a little bit. Let's see what's going on with you guys and then see what we can find out moving forward. Let's take a look at what's currently happening for the general collective of Capricorn. Take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else, and also check your other signs. All right. Ooh. Two of Swords energy. Kind of the stalemate, crossroads before the decision. Things to think of, this moment of strategizing. Death in reverse. And let's get one more for what's currently going on with Capricorn. And the Tower. Crap, guys. Okay. Death in reverse and the Tower in reverse. This might be a very dramatic week for you. Something that feels like it's totally ending in the moments before it transforms. Something that feels like it's crumbling to shit and the whole world is falling down without seeing the epiphany, the brilliant light, the brilliant idea, or the brilliant truth that needs to come from this. These are in reverse. No wonder you're at odds. You're not quite at that moment where you need to move forward. And both of these showing in reverse indicates to me that this is a big week. Time for contemplation, time for thinking, and kind of a need for restructuring and approaching from a new way, a death and rebirth kind of way. Maybe some cycle or period of time has now ended or is about to end. Maybe this is a way of doing things that is needing the shift. This is typically the epiphany, the brilliant thought, the brilliant moment, the brilliant revelation that strikes out of the blue. And this is the transformative energy that happens after things are said and done and after something has closed out. Could be a period of time, a chapter of life, could be a number of things. But Capricorn, let's take a look and see. This is the energy that feels like the energy that you're in currently. Let's see what else is coming up or happening right now in the very near times. Seven of Wands, the need to defend, the need to be clear. And the High Priestess. Okay. So when this is in the reverse, it's all about being overly defensive and having to battle. When it's upright, and this came out kind of half sideways, so I'm giving you both. When it's upright, it's about clarifying your boundaries, knowing that you have the high ground and the ability to manage all the little things that are coming at you. This is about inspiration, about fire. This could be work or home front. Lots of things coming at you. And then here you see almost these silhouette ghost energies behind him. This is having the force, having the wherewithal and energy to deal with what's coming at him and directed at him. Holding your ground firmly, but clearly. Here you have the Two Swords. You're not quite clear yet. But here you have the Seven of Wands energy that's in you and around you to help you. You also are dealing with the High Priestess. Now this is feminine mystery. This is also the time of unknown. This is knowledge that you have to come to realize. Knowledge that's important for you, and it takes a little time to unfold. This is known to the bone knowledge, and she's even got bone necklace. And limited illumination, where the moon card is you're going through the limited illumination through fear and passing the fear. The High Priestess actually knows the lesson that's moving with that, that's beyond that. You see the cauldron here with the pearls of wisdom and the reflecting. Here you see this too. And it's like supplication, something has ended, and this white rose of transformation. So death is taking its toll. There's a price. And then there's this magical formula conjuring of learning this lesson and knowing the mysteries. Behind her in the water is the harp. This could be your own soul's voice trying to call you and call that wisdom forward. Okay? All right, we're going to take a look at what else is going on in the week to come. Woo! Okay. Ten of Swords. Again, a reminder of what energy there is, and this is in reverse. This is now lessening. The feeling of this is less painful. Upright, this is the worst it can get, and a new day is dawning. And kind of a painful, tricky time. This, when it's in reverse, focus on that new day. Focus on what's to come. And the pain of this end is lessening. It's decreasing. That transformation has to be starting now. You have the Queen of Wands. Again, this fiery energy coming forward, Capricorn. This is flourishing. This is radiating inspiration, joy, happiness, the things that make you feel alive again. This is definitely spring coming, things flourishing, fiery inspiration happening again. And you have here the fire and ice in the mountains. Both of them you can see. But she's sitting, she's approachable. There's a friendliness there rather than more of the secretive mystery unknown here. So you're coming to realize more of the actions that you can take, the inspired path that you want to go down. What's right for you. So let's take another look, see what else is going on. Equilibrium, Knight of Shields, and the Fool. Okay, so what we've got here, hopefully you can see this. You know what, let me think that you can see them better like this. All right, the equilibrium, this is the Temperance. This is finding your formula. This is, again, the balancing of these two elements, the fire and ice, the dark light and the sunshine that's required. This is earth and air, earth and the cosmos balancing, finding that formula, recognizing and knowing what it is that you need to move forward in through the week, that you need for your own soul's growth, for your personal growth and development, things that will please you, bring you happiness, things that create joy and flourishing around you. The grass is here and it's green and it's kind of summery imagery, but again, we've got the two gates here, and this is Rainbow's End. This is satisfaction and joy, contentment on each side. This is a rebalancing, a readjustment. So you have to take the blindfold off. This is very clear, and you have to rebalance and readjust. It might be the need for clarification on boundaries here, but this fiery inspirational energy, what are you creating? What are you wanting to create? Have you been so stoic, stayed, frozen, stagnant? Have you been so avoiding that you've forgotten the power of creation that brings things together for you and those around you, that creates excitement, that helps you move forward? You have this cold winter prep challenging you again here. This cold winter prep, this is the Knight of Shields. This is the most prepared, very slow going knight, not on the attack, but just kind of moving through it, taking a look closely at what's around, and very, very prepared and knowing his own value. Okay, this is an element of moving forward, deciding to move forward towards something of value, but not being overly hasty. Don't be rushed. Take your time. Move through this well. And then you have the Fool. Now, very interesting when you look at this. Death transforming, the Fool, starting again anew, trusting, having a leap of faith. Again, you have the loyal, inspirational dog spirit coming with you. You're traveling light-hearted, the sun shining, things are going really well. So this is a week of shift, or of shift, however you want to see it. It's a big balancing shift for you. It's time to start balancing the coldness of the winter energy and the joy and potential and growth of the spring energies. So that's what's going on with you currently. I think we're going to take a look at one more deck, maybe an oracle. Let me see what I can pull. I want the shaman deck. Let me see. 1 second, please. So this is Mystical Shaman Oracle, and it's a great one. We're going to take a look at a card from here. Get a little bit earthy for you, see what's going on. So let's take a peek. And this one I pull out when it's more a time for contemplation. This is by Alberto Villado, Colette Baron Reed, and also Marcelo Lobos. So we're going to take a look. If I need to refer to the book, I will. Let's get these shuffled. Let's take a quick view. We're going to draw these in so you can see everything that we've been talking about. All right. We'll shuffle these up a couple times and figure out if we can leave you with some important information or helpful information, things that maybe are undercurrents, unseen, or for the overarching time even. So let's take one for the undercurrents going on. Ooh, we've got two. The child and water. Okay. Oh, that was something falling off my desk. Sorry about that. Okay. The child and water. This is learning to be fluid. This is learning to flow. This isn't frozenness. This is about emotional growth and honoring the nourishment of the soul, the nourishment of emotions flowing forward, valuing that one resource that keeps us lubricated, working well, harmonized, understanding things. This is about caring and compassion. You've got a lot of fire energy in here. This is water. This is asking for balance of the emotions. Then you have the child energy, also like the Fool, ready to start out on a journey, ready to take things in a new direction. The innocence, the hope, the possibilities, potential opportunities, and the trust that children have in moving forward, and the sheer determination to do so. Put cookies on top of a fridge for a little kid and say, don't get them. Of course they're going to get them. They find a way to do it. They find a way to work through it and to move towards their goal, towards what they want and what their achievement is. They get very clear about it, and they dig in a stubborn way that is single-minded but not bad. Single-minded, and it might take a while. Clear on the boundaries, but knowing very clearly what they want, knowing clearly what they need. All right, let's see what energy might be above or overarching or need to come in consciousness from the Mystical Shaman deck. Ooh. Not quite. Whoa. Okay, we've got 3, 4. Okay, guys. I didn't expect this, but we're taking it. We have the rainbow. Again, this is momentum. This is flight. This is harmonizing that formula. You see where we're seeing rainbow here. You see where it's wanting to move forward. This is the many paths. Look how we have this here. This is that energy of the many paths. Oh, we're going to turn these over for a moment. If you look closely, you can see this structure here. You can see this heart here. And you see all of these rays going into this sunlight that you need to go towards. There's a water in the horizon line. This is making a choice. This is not knowing all the paths that are available, but having them unveiled and come into your being, or manifest choices that are to be made, options that you might not know you have, things that you need to think on so you can move forward. Okay? Let's tuck that in here too. Okay. Then we have magic. Well, of course we do. That makes total sense to me. Now, 3 times we've had references of magic and cauldrons. We have it here in the death card, knowing what needs transformed, the white rose of purity and transformation, and magic of the cauldron and death. Cauldrons, of course, holding things, and often water and liquid and things that need to help move someone towards their goals, towards what they need to achieve. Then you have this magic over here in this cauldron of the high priestess, the mysteries that need to unfold, the inner knowing, the balancing of the unknown, the cosmos, the sky, that's the inner knowing that needs re-remembered, and the water and the fluidity of emotions that needs to come forward, that calls you forward to this happier end, to this happier moment, I guess, is what I would say. The magic of having this lightning strike. Sometimes this feels like utter disaster, and it's not. It's utter magic, because it gives you a chance to rebuild, to start again, to renew, and to fortify, and really choose how you want things to be shaped, and create a new shape and new foundations to grow from. All right, I hope that is helpful for you, Capricorn. Stay grounded this week, my friends. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, come see me again. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.